I don't really take it personal because, you know, I read the four agreements and I know I shouldn't take it personal, but, sometimes when people be like, why did you stay or and stuff like that, I really, I don't know what answer you're looking for me to say. I didn't know what was going on. I was in straight up fight or flight mode. I didn't have a clue. I didn't know all that I was enduring until I wasn't doing it anymore. I'll never forget, I went to therapy and I told my therapist, hey man, sometimes my husband just makes it difficult for no reason for certain things. And I remember my therapist looking at me and she was like, yeah, that's a nice way of saying sabotage. And I remember just thinking, cause see y'all, I thought narcissism was a TikTok word. I had no clue. I didn't even understand the magnitude of what I was enduring. I didn't even know. It's been 8 months since I've left that house. And it's been the most peaceful, happy 8 months of my life. I really didn't know all I was doing. I didn't know. But I tell you this, I'll never do it again. Not never get married or anything like that, but I'll never let somebody like degrade me. You know, degrade, devalue. I'll never do that again. Like the moment somebody starts criticizing or I'm gone. Just, I know it's like woulda, coulda, shoulda, but man, if I woulda just. But you're in survival mode, so you don't even know all that you're accepting, you know? I am so glad that I have a way out of that shit. My mind, my mind, my spirit. I never forget my counselor said that, because the old time I thought narcissism was like a TikTok word, some shit that was trending. I told my therapist everything I was going through. And she said a narcissist's main job is to erode your spirit. And I remember the light bulb going off like, that's what this cruelty is. You're trying to erode my spirit. And you gotta think, I'm thinking marriage, ups and downs, goods and bads, for better or for worse. But it was a cruelty that I can't even explain. People ask me all the time, like, why are you getting divorced? What happened? I guess one day, Buddy called me lazy. You're lazy. And I'll never forget. I'm so dumb. I remember going to my room and thinking, am I lazy? Maybe I am lazy. I prefer this thing from lazy. I was actually so cold at everything that I was doing, taking care of my children, the ministry, my career, poetry, comedy, my mother, my father. I was so good at that. I was running laps around Buddy that the projection of you're lazy, when that really was Buddy being around me made him feel lazy. That's deep. Projection is deep. Projection is real. A lot of times people be saying shit to you and trying to put that shit on you because that's really their shit. And you gotta let them keep their own stuff to themselves. For real. And I don't want that. And I don't want this to make this about dude. I want this to make this about healing. It took me 8 months to kind of get to a place of, I'm okay. I ain't completely healed, but I'm healing. I'm better. I'm not where I was. And I'll take that. I'll take it, not where I was, you know, because where I was not healthy. I'm thankful. And I'm not even like mad at Buddy. I hope he finds some help and, you know, talks to somebody about his trauma and deals with it, because, man, it just feels so good not to be nobody punching back no more. Literally and figuratively. I'm not your punching bag no more. That's deep. I love it for me though. I love it for me. I love it for my kids. Getting a new mom. A new mommy. They get a new mommy. A mama that ain't stressed out. And, you know, people talk about physically harming, you know, your lover, domestic abuse, but that mental shit is deep. That verbal abuse, that mental abuse, the financial abuse, you know. I am so glad I had the kind of mama that I have. Because my mom, before she got sick, she just put so much in me that I knew I had the strength to walk away. And I'd be okay. And that's what I want to give my girls. I want my girls to see that you don't stay nowhere where somebody's harming you in any way. Like when my girls grow up and they look back, I know they're going to have questions, but the way I live and the way I move will be their answer, so I'm not even mad. I'm thankful. I made it out of that shit, yo. Y'all don't know how many people stick around and stay because they fucked up. They don't have no money. They don't have no family. That person is isolated, dude. I got a beautiful village, a beautiful family, friends. I'm an only child. I have no sisters or brothers, so, man, my friends, they came through for me. My family, my village came through for me. I can't say thank you enough. It was tough. Tough, but nothing that God can't take care of. So, if you are going through a divorce, or if you're in a situation where somebody is going out their way to harm you physically, mentally, spiritually, if you're thinking about leaving, or tell you, you can do it. Not only can you do it, you can make it. I did. I made it. I'm, I'm good. I'm finna make my kids tuna and crackers and pickles and watch a movie at a place that I ain't gotta walk around on eggshells or I'm blessed. And I just want to say thank y'all again for everything. I appreciate y'all so much. Just reminding me of who I am, you know? I love y'all so much. Thank you. And that's my life update. And I'll see y'all soon. I love y'all. Thank you again. We made it.